Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's going to be a short video here. We're going to do an open envelope. Got something in the mail today about an hour ago, and we're going to open it up and see what's inside. So let's get down here to the table and let's take a look here. So a lot of you probably got a pretty good idea of what I got in an envelope form. Sealed up pretty good. Should have cut this open a little bit before. Let's use a pen here. Get the tape. There we go. Get the tape off of it. Don't tear anything that's inside. Here we go. Got a nice cardboard to keep it sturdy. Let's flip it over here. Alrighty, we got a nice letter from Keith. How's it going, Philip? So it says, here's your copy of the 2022 Pro season cards for red, white, and blue stock car action game. Thanks for the purchase. Please use care when separating cards. I found it works best to fold along the perforated lines first and then separate the cards. I'm glad you've enjoyed the guest game. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. And here's the sheet that explains what's going on in the 2022 season last year. Let's see if there's any special notes in here. It's made some small. Let's turn the light on and get a little better light. Let's see here. Welcome to another season of Tabletop Racing with the 2022 Pro season for red, white, and blue racing. As it has been the case for the past several years, the drivers and tracks ratings were rated by Jerry from Mountain City, Tennessee. Jerry knows and loves stock car racing and is pretty much the man with respect to making these cards. Both Jerry and I feel like these card sets should be great fun. There were 19 different race winners in 2022. It was a very exciting competition race season, unlike previous season 2021, in which there were only a few dominant drivers. We anticipate your purchase of these cards and hopefully that it gives you many hours of memory and racing action. We won't go into in-depth and rehash the 2000 season, but a couple of things worth noting. First, NASCAR debuted a new type of car. 2022 designed to look like more like what you buy from the dealership. Below, the new sheet metal through the cars were pretty much identical. There was aerodynamic issues and the crews worked through the season, and the difficulty in handling produced notable more crashes, cautions, and crash DNFs, which you will reflect in the escape and pit rating. Also, for the first time in modern stock car history, NASCAR took away a victory from someone whom the checker flag fell instead of just assessing fines and taking away points. Both Denny Hamlin, the winner of Pocono, and Kyle Busch, second place, were disqualified, and after the points race, inspections discovered improper extra layer of tape over the corner of the front grille ahead of the wheel opening. Both drivers were placed at the back of the field. Hamlin got 2 points, Busch got 1, and the third place finisher, Chase Elliott, was awarded the win. We made some small enhancements to the card sets this year. The addition of printed descriptions of the driver's trophies to your gold, silver, or bronze. On that, everything should seem pretty familiar. Pro Racing allowed for a 40 car field in 2022, but most races only had 36. Please be sure to choose one driver for each team before beginning the race week. Procedures to avoid having drivers' teammates participate in the same race. We marked alternate drivers of cars with the X on the hood. The primary driver does not have one. There are 12 X drivers in the set, almost 25%. All but the X drivers of the 45 team tie gives us varying color schemes for the main drivers, so you want to be especially careful during qualifying week. It's probably easier to adversely qualify multiple drivers from the same team when color schemes vary. How's it going, Michael? Once again, we offer an optional O explanation list, an idea borrowed from the football game injury exemption. As the name suggests, any driver on this list will be elevated percentage of race finishes based on their drivers who in real life did not have a race in which they failed to finish because of mechanical issues. For the 2022, the list includes the following in alphabetical order: Elliott, Briscoe, Cedric, Suarez, Wallace, Blaney, Bush, Bowman, Busher, Boyd, Jones, Burton, Pierce, Castle, Garland, Smithley, Reagan, Rockfler, and Williams. For those drivers and the pit crew fails to repair, roll for a problem result, rather than being knocked out of the race, they instead go to the top or last place of the bottom group stack, but lose their ability to challenge or defend for the rest of the race. They will simply have the opportunity to float up the stack, getting a slightly better finish and a fewer extra points in the standings. Note, it is still possible for these drivers to be knocked out of the race on a problem roll of 13, 21, 66, which are out of race results. You'll note that the drivers, Hemlick, Noah, Daniel, Loris, and Greg Biffle have yellow triangle symbols. These symbols are given to drivers with lower percentage of race completions. We've introduced a new triple rule last year, which remains in place for 2023. Instead of triples generating a problem, this season will simply end the challenge. The driver will also lose any blue chips he might have been carrying. There are a few drivers who have a unique rating base because of their exceptional, unique performances. Ross Chastain is given a control star the first 2/3 of the race and no heat. And for the final third of the race, he is given control and heat. Denny Hamlin is given heat on all courses except road courses. Joey Logano is given heat quality only during the playoffs. And Kimi Räikkönen Bronze Trophy is only in effect on road courses. He does not participate in races held on other track configurations. 2022 also saw a new venue. The Gateway in Illinois joined the top level scheduled at and the California venue returned to the top after years of absence. The dirt track race at Bristol was retained, and Bristol dirt track races use the 100 race rules. A reminder: red, white, and blue week qualifying, blah, blah, blah. Alrighty, let's look at some of these driver cards. Yeah, I do follow F1, Michael. I like on Max, especially now that Red Bull next year is going to be having a Ford engine and name only. It's going to be Red Bull engine, but Ford's going to be on the nameplate, giving them money and giving them opportunities to do use their test facilities and stuff to test the engine and all. Already got Ross Chastain 5. Cedric's pretty good car. Did win the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon, not bad card. See here, where's the champ at? Joey Logano. Reflex. And what's the symbol mean for reflex? Is that what was for the says only heat for? I believe they meant reflex in the thing because reflex is in gray. I would say that is for the playoffs, the reflex, not heat for Joey. Not heat. Yeah. Greg Biffle got two different cars here. Pretty cool. Both of them have the same ratings depending on what you want on there. Matter of fact, Greg Biffle has 3 colors. How about that? 4. Sorry, I'm shortening. They're all the same car. Pretty cool. Not bad. We'll get these tore apart. And have them ready. Let's look at the racetracks here. See if they got any. Had a problem there at Circus of America with skill TV at Bristol. This is just a regular Bristol race. Had a problem with the TV. Use a trouble. Final turns at Charlotte. That's on the main track for the 600. Skill, use reflex on the final turns at the Roval. Reflex at Darlington, use skill for the final 5 turns. Daytona, smart quality, use trouble on the final 10 turns. Dover, use for heat, use reflex on the final 4 turns. Use TV or reflex for Road America on the final 5 turns. Problem will turn into trouble on the final 4 turns at Homestead. Smart will turn into skill on the final 3 turns at Las Vegas. Skill will turn into trouble in the final 5 turns at Martinsville. Control will turn into heat on the final 10 turns at Nashville. And heat will turn into control on the final 5 turns at Phoenix. Star will turn into skill on the final 5 turns at Pocono. Skill will turn into trouble on the final 3 turns at Richmond. And heat will turn into star on the final 3 turns at Talladega. And then Keith's added the 100 rules on a card here for the Bristol Dirt Race. That's pretty nice. Oh, cool. They race down there in your neck of the woods, down there at COTA, Michael. Formula One does. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Well, as you know, I'm big into NASCAR, so I try to get every season. So now I've gotten every season that Keith's got. And like I said, Donald Weed, he's done every season that Keith hasn't carded. So I got everything from 1949 now that I got the 2022 up until 2022. So hopefully here in the next, maybe this evening or something, we'll have some racing on here. If not, tomorrow I'm not working, so we'll get something on the channel again tomorrow with either some 1992 NASCAR or we'll do some YRL. I haven't done YRL in a while. So I want to thank Michael Peterson and Philip Reynolds for stopping by and watching this Open the Envelope. And check out Philip's channel. He's been doing a lot of boxing over there. So check that out using Glory Days Boxing. And y'all have a great evening if I don't get back on here. Until next time, y'all take care. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for reminders. And tell me what you think of this 2022 season in the comments and hit that like button. Like I say, y'all have a great evening and y'all take care.